Darrin Bent is the mayor of Conception Bay South. He is our guest this morning. Mayor, good morning. Tell us what the situation is right now.
Well, right now I'm sitting in an evacuation alert zone here in Conception Bay South. We have about 10,000 of our residents on evacuation alert. Right next door in Paradise, they have another 4,500. And then, of course, last night that alert area was expanded into St. John's, parts of St. John's, and about another 10,000 or so are on alert right there. Last night, we had a number of people from our neighboring community, which is only right on our border, evacuated because of the proximity that they live to the fire that's burning in the Paddy's Pond area. That fire is still out of control. They had a good day yesterday working on it. It was a good night, we're told, this morning, but it's still out of control, and they've got to put significant resources into trying to keep it down. And you can imagine it's right on the cusp of the largest populated area of the province.
I can't imagine. If you can't see it, I'm sure you can smell it or at least see the smoke. For people who are in the evacuation alert areas, what do you need them to know? What do they need to have ready, and what do they need to have charged?
Well, they need to be ready to leave basically everything that they've worked for, all their earthly belongings primarily behind, and hope for the best. They need to take things that will make them self-sustainable for a few days. They need to arrange for their, with family and friends and so forth. They need to register with the Red Cross, and they need to make arrangements for their pets and so forth. It's not an easy task. It's a very stressful and worrisome time for residents in the zone. When you wake up in the morning and things are no worse, and you're getting some decent news about the state of the fire from the provincial duty officer. There is some value and comfort in that, but that doesn't mean you can stand down and not be on alert. You have to be ready to go, because when the knock comes on the door, you got to go. And that happened just very close to here last night for a number of residents in the town of Paradise.
And for those people who are leaving, where are they going? Where are they staying until they're allowed back home?
Yeah, so that's something that the province is organizing, but we have here in Conception Bay South, we have basically a station set up by the province at one of our local schools, Admiral's Academy, and people are asked to register, but if they need help, if they need assistance in some way, the people at Admiral's Academy, the Salvation Army, the Red Cross, volunteers from the community are on standby and ready to help. If they need accommodations, the Red Cross is working to arrange accommodations for people that are evacuated. And of course, so far we haven't had that many people evacuated, but if we do get to larger evacuation notices, they will be challenged. It'll take some time, and we ask people to be patient. But the first thing to do is register with the Red Cross so they know where everybody is and what resources they need to help them. But at Admiral's Academy at the school, there are supplies, there'll be mental health counselors, there'll be people there to support you if need be. But if you don't need that, please just register. And if you can make arrangements. Look, here in Newfoundland, Labrador, everybody has lots of friends and lots of relatives. So, pray on their good nature for a little bit.
Everybody's there to help out. How are you finding the response to the evacuation orders? Are people complying?
Well, the people complied last night in the town of Paradise, and they did in Conception Bay South last week when we had the fire here, not just across the bay. And, it's just a little loop around Conception Bay, across the bay in Northern Bay area, the Conception Bay North area. They got thousands of people that have been evacuated, and devastation there that we just don't want to imagine. I can't imagine what the people there are going through. And of course, they're dealing with that kind of an evacuation, which is, it's something that we've never seen here in this province, that's for sure.
Yeah, I keep thinking about what you were saying is, pack up your belongings and hope for the best. Any final words, Mayor, to people in that area?
Well, look, we just ask people to be ready, and another thing, too, is we don't need people coming into the evacuation alert area to try to get pictures of the fire, and getting in the way. Emergency officials had to close the highway down last night for a bit. That was very stressful for the lower roads and all the traffic going down there. But look, we don't need people up in trying to get up into higher areas to try to get pictures of this thing. We need people to stay out of the way so that they're safe, so that our first responders are safe, and so the residents, if they need to evacuate, have a clear path.
Yeah, everybody's in this together, both the people who have to leave and the people who are fighting the fires. Mayor Darrin Bent, I know it's a busy time for you, so thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Anne Marie.